Greetings, everybody. Now, look, what we are going to look at now, we are going to be looking at examples, different examples where you need to calculate, without the use of a calculator, a value of certain ratios, right? And these ones, particularly, they involve what? The reciprocals. What you get. So now let's look at number one. So number one, you are given that you have tan 60 degrees plus your cot 60 degrees. What is it that you're going to do here? Now let's look. Now your number one, we are saying this is tan 60 degrees plus your cot of 30 degrees. Now what is it that you're going to do here? Let's start here. Now what is your tan of 60 degrees? Now your tan of 60 degrees, remember that this is given by root of what? By root 3 over 1, which is still the same as root 3, right? Plus, what is your cot? Now what is your value of your cot? Now, it is important that before you write cot, you firstly write down in terms of what does cot represent. Remember, cot represent, this is same as 1 over tan of 30 degrees, right? So this is actually same as 1 over tan of 30 degrees. Are we together? And what is going to be this? This is going to be same as what now? When you write this, this is same as now your root 3 over 1 plus, now what is going to be this 1 over tan of 30 degrees? 1 over tan of 30 degrees, now it is going to be given by what? This is going to be same as your root 3 over your 1 again. How to get. And now what is it that you're going to do here? Look, you can then now solve without the use of a calculator. Look, you have 1 here as your denominator, you have 1 here as your denominator. So you can write all these under one denominator, right? So when you write all these under one denominator, it's going to be 1, right? So it's over 1 here. So if you write this over 1, then you're going to add the root 3. So this is going to be root 3 plus your root 3. Right? And if you are adding these root 3, what is it that you're going to have? Look, now this is going to be same as 2 because these are 2 root 3's, right? Over 1. But anything over 1 is still same as now 2 what? 2 root 3 altogether. So which means your final answer here is going to be what? Your 2 root 3. Right? Now let's look at your number 2 now in terms of what is it that we can do to solve your number 2. Right? Now for your number 2, now, what is it that you are given? You are given that you have your sine of 45 degrees plus your cos of 30 degrees. Now, surely this one is very, straightforward for you, right? Now, what is it? What is going to be your sine of 45 degrees? Your sine of 45 degrees, it is given by what? It is given by your, I think it is given by your root 2. I think it's root 2 over your 2, if I'm not mistaken. And then subtract now what is plus what is going to be this one. What is going to be your cos of 30 degrees? Your cos of 30 degrees is same as root 3 over what? Over your 2 altogether. And now when you are solving this, what is it that you're going to have now? Now what you're going to have here, this is going to be what? Now you're going to check what do you have here as your denominator. You have root 2. Now this is going to be, you have 2, I mean. So this is going to be 2, which is root 2 plus your root 3 altogether. So this is going to be your final answer. So now, and then is there anything that you can do with root 2 plus your root 3? Now you can check what is root 2 plus root 3. It's still the same thing. So you can leave it like that, right? So now let's look at your number 3. Now your number 3, how can you solve your number 3? Now you are given sec. Now what is sec? Now sec is the reciprocal of cos, right? So which means this is actually 1 over, right? Sec of 45 degrees is same as 1 over, cos 45 degrees. Isn't it so? And what is now the reciprocal, or rather what is going to be the ratio of 45 degrees? Now this is same as now 1 over, this is going to be your root 2 over your 2. Are we together? Then now, what is it that you're going to do now? You can say 1, then you divide by this. Then what is it that you're going to have here now as your answer? As your answer, what you're going to have here, this is going to be same as your what? This is going to be same as your root 2 when you solve this, right? Are we together? Now, I'm tempted to find out another problem. Now, let's just, add in some number four there. Now, let's say in your number four, what you are given now, let's say in your number four, you are given that you have, your sine squared 45 degrees, minus, this is minus, let's write this nicely here. This is going to be 45 degrees minus, what is it that you are having here? You're having cos squared 30 degrees. What is it now that you can do if you are given such a question? Now, let's start here again. What is going to be this? This is going to be same as sine of 45. And what is your sine of 45? This is given by root 2 over your what? Over your 2 all squared. Subtract what is going to be this one now. This is going to be your cos. What is your cos of this? This is same as root 3 over what? Over 2 all squared. Isn't it so? Now that you have this, now you're going to square this. What is root 2 squared? Root 2 squared is same as 2. And 2 squared, it's going to be 4. Subtract this one again. It is going to be 3 over what is square of 2, it's going to be 4 again, right? Now, look, you are having your denominators that are the same. So you can write all of these under one denominator. How to get? So this is going to be same as 2 subtract 3. And what is going to be 2 subtract 3? This is going to be negative 1 over 4. How to get? So which means now this problem, you can also, all these problems, you can approach them in this manner.